Okay, well, if you're constantly wondering if the grass is really greener on the other side, you might be heading down the guilty path of what we call Facebook envy.
So dangerous. Here to help you check yourself and avoid falling into this trap is executive coach Dr. Woody Woodward. And I totally understand Facebook envy because when you look at Facebook, people are really putting the best things in their life out there.
Sure.
And it's easy to feel like, wow, she's really got it good.
Well, let's face it, everybody wants to know if the grass really is greener on the other side. In psychology, we call it social comparison. And what's happened now is that Facebook has become the modern vehicle for peeking into other people's lives to find out, is the grass really greener? And it's essentially this whole notion of keeping up with the Joneses. So the problem is these peaks can sometimes cause, a little bit of trouble or possibly envy. And when that happens, you really got to find a way to check yourself.
Is this really sort of the same thing as you see somebody and, oh, this guy drives a really nice car, or that kid's doing really great in sports, that urge to compare ourselves to everybody around us?
Right. The notion of keeping up with the Joneses has been around since the beginning of time. It always has. We always like to compare ourselves to others. It's just that Facebook has created a new medium for it, but it's a very simple, quick, and it's a constant medium because people are on Facebook all the time. And it's a way to constantly check. Now, the challenge is we have to be careful because you don't want to necessarily believe everything you read or all the hype that you see. Because what happens is people will put their best foot forward, as you mentioned, and what they'll do is they'll post the positives.
Right.
And what I want people to make sure is to check yourself and don't always believe all the positives that you're seeing because, there's research out from Stanford that shows people will overestimate the positives in other people's lives, but they'll underestimate the negatives. And so what I want to make sure people do is when you go on there, that one little sliver of someone's life that's positive you see, don't be comparing the entirety of your life to that one little sliver.
It's just not realistic.
It's not realistic, and let's face it, we're coming off summer vacation, so people are going to post the pictures of the baby splashing in the pool, not the pictures of the poopy diaper.
Any piece of advice for people that maybe every time they get anxiety, every time they log on to something like Facebook, what advice would you give them?
Well, if you're getting anxiety by logging on, then don't log on.
Stop logging on.
I actually know of a lot of people that feel that way. They'll literally log on over and over, and then they'll call me and go, "Did you know that she has this car? Did you know that she just got married?" I'm like, "Why do you keep logging on?
Stop looking.
Stop looking.
Stop checking."
Pull yourself away. It becomes an addiction, and that's a bad thing. But a piece of advice my high school cross country coach gave me when I was a runner was he said, "Woody, always run your own race." And here's the thing. What I mean by that is stop worrying about the outside world setting the bar for your own happiness. Decide it for yourself. And at the end of the day, I think what you really want to do is instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses, worry about them keeping up with you and not trying to keep up with them.
And doing your own thing. I like that. Be an individual on Facebook.
Yeah.
One day I'll get there.
Dr. Woody, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
I'm going to go update my Facebook page. Just had the most awesome interview ever with Dr. Woody. We'll be right back.